Hello you lovely lot. Welcome to my video. As I will always say at the beginning of every video now, this is not therapy and I'm no guru. So, I'm back. I'm just as excited as last time, but I have new knowledge this time. And in the purpose of transparency, this video is going to be about why did I disappear? You know, I was kind of launching and all excited and going for it and going full pelt, and then it all stopped and I disappeared. So, you know, if I'm doing these videos, I need to be transparent, and otherwise what's the purpose, right? What's the point? So I want to share about that today, but first of all to say a big thank you for all your support on my socials. It's been really lovely, and that's the kind of stuff that pushes me forward and reminds me why I'm doing this. Look, it was really hard, and my default is to not take care of myself. I don't know how to take care of myself naturally. It doesn't come naturally to me to do the things that I need, and I learned in recovery how to do that, but it's an ongoing process. I'm always going to have to be learning and being reminded and tapping in. You know, my kind of keeping well for me is tapping into the fellowship of recovery, tapping into my spiritual kind of connection and doing the things that work well for me to keep me spiritually well and grounded, and all that stuff that we all do, you know, kind of trying to keep a balance, eating well, exercising, clearing my head, and all those basic things. And I wasn't doing that. Look, life events hit me, and with me and my mental health, I've suffered since I was 13 with my mental health, and if life events come along, I've been told in no uncertain terms that with life events I need to be aware of that kind of stuff and really be focused and be vigilant in times of stress, and I wasn't. So look, you know, moving home, selling my home was quite stressful. It took a long time, and I was buying properties and a couple fell through. That was stressful because I wasn't obviously in my own home, and I was living in different homes, and I was moving. I moved from my property that I sold, then I moved again, then I moved again, and then I moved again, and my final destination being here. And that was stressful, but also moving around my furniture, all my worldly possessions into different places, storage. And, you know, that was taking its toll. And then I moved in here, and this place needed renovation. But that was a decision. I'm not moaning about that. It was something that I wanted to do and chose to do, but it was taking its toll. And, you know, it was really kind of, it needed a lot of work, pretty derelict. And, you know, I needed a new heating system, for instance. So it was kind of living without home comforts, if you like. And then the biggest hit was losing my best friend in all the world, my little dog Missy. I'd got her when I was in early recovery, and so I had this really special bond with her. And I spoilt her probably a little bit too much with the affection, cuddles, kisses, treats. And there's probably codependency going on from both sides there. But hey ho, you know, I loved her, she loved me, and, you know, it's kind of when she'd gone, everything, she was my shadow, and so everything I did, you know, anyone who has pets, you understand how much they mean to you, and kind of they're there, right? When I'd asked my therapist in the beginning, like, is it a good idea for me to get a dog? And I've always been a dog person, I've always had dogs, and they were like, yeah, because they're always pleased, no matter what day you've had, they're always pleased to see you. And it was like, yeah. And that was exactly how it was. But yeah, I was looking around over my shoulder all the time, like, where is she? And I wouldn't even go for a walk down the beach when I first lost her, because I felt like it was a betrayal to her memory, because she loved them beach walking. It felt like it was her place, and so that was hard. Now look, you know, grief, we all grieve in different ways, so I had to really kind of grieve, and I wasn't allowing myself to grieve, and I wasn't allowing myself to kind of process all my moves and everything, all the stresses that were happening, despite everything that I know and I've learned. And that's because I'm human. I don't always get it right, and I wasn't getting it right, and then I lost her, and then I went 100 miles an hour with the YouTube stuff, and I was filming lots, and it's all good stuff in the terms of if I was well, but I wasn't, and so other things were happening, and suddenly it just took a dive. My mental health took a dive, and you know, I suffered for it. And so what I needed to do is take a step back. So I made a decision, and even despite the fact that I had a lot of shame around that, you know, I'd kind of gone all guns blazing, yeah, I'm launching my channel, and then kind of went quiet. But I understand that it's irrelevant to my journey and my life about, you know, what I'm putting out there, as long as I stay well and that I could come back to it. And so I had to kind of not buy into the shame, feel it, but not buy into it, and understand that, you know, as long as I take care of myself and get myself back and take some time out, that I could come back to it. And so that was good. I had some awareness around that. And so that's what I did. I come off of socials for a little bit, and then I went back on, but I was kind of not engaging so much, and it's taken time. Now, I don't know how long ago that was. Was that 6 months ago, 7-8 months ago? So I needed to kind of ride out that storm, and I have, and I'm feeling better. Doesn't mean I've kind of got everything in place quite yet, but I've got a lot of it in place. And when I say that stuff in place, is having those routines that I need, having those daily practices that keep me well, staying connected and connecting with my friends, which I can't wait to do with, there's 2 main friends of mine that have loved me forever, despite that I pull away, and understand me, and I will forever be grateful for that. One name begins with F and the other one with a D, and I hope you know who you are. Of course you do. But you know, because I keep the distance, I don't think it changes anything, and I hope not, and I love them dearly, so I'm sending love to them right now. And yeah, so I'm just kind of sharing what happened now with my mental health. That's my mental health side. But what else added to this was self-sabotage. Now, self-sabotage is an old friend of mine, let's just say. So with self-sabotage, it's been a big part of my journey, because how I see it is, self-sabotage is, for me, I feel it physically, I feel it mentally, and I feel it physically. Mental health I can sometimes feel physically. But in things in life, what I've learned in my recovery is that anything that's a negative impact, if I can have some acceptance around it and some understanding and try and befriend it, if you like, things just go better. The resentment and anger and frustration, all that stuff just doesn't go well for me, and it doesn't bode well on my future and my actions and my decisions. So I need to kind of befriend this stuff and understand it. And so how I understand self-sabotage today is that my psyche wants to keep me safe. And you know, we have homeostasis and survival mode. Our body wants that for us, right? That's the ultimate aim and goal of our body, and our brain is to keep us in survival mode. And so when we step out of what we might call often our comfort zone, it might go, get back in, might get into safety. And on an intellectual level, we know that kind of we need to step out of that comfort zone quite often if we want to grow and stretch and learn. And also, I say that's where the magic happens, right? If I stay in that comfort zone, there's not much that can change in my life. And so I need to kind of keep stepping that. But the point is, I need to be keeping myself well in all other areas of my life, have a good grounding, have good strength, so that when I do, and I feel that pain or that fear, or I'm strong enough, I've got enough in the tank to deal with it. And I didn't at the time. So self-sabotage had come along, and what does it look like? Well, for me, it's fatigue, inaction. I'm in chronic fear, and my head will be saying things like, who do you think you are? Come on, you can't do this. You can't withstand this. You've got mental health issues. You're in recovery. This is too stressful. You haven't got the skills for this. You're not good enough for this. Ah, la, 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 la. And it's like, oh, tune out, tune out. And if I'm in a good place, I don't buy into that. And I've got another stronger voice in my head that's going, of course you can do this. And anyway, if you fail, so what? Part of success is failure. Right? I've learned that enough. All the biggest people, all the most successful people have gone through failure in their life. So I'm in a good camp there. I've had a lot of failures in my life. And that's not just talking about recovery side of things and you know, the alcohol or whatever. With business, you know, I've tried lots of ventures. And I'm proud of that. Because that all adds up to hopefully this, you know, the success in the areas that I want to be. Look, me as a trainer and me sharing, I'm good at that stuff. I always get great feedback. And people often have that question, and I get it when they go, well, if you have social anxiety and you have mental health issues, and how comes you can stand in front of a class of people and teach? Well, when I'm teaching, it's about a subject. It's not about me, you see, and my issues and my anxiety are about me not being good enough. So if I'm sharing on a topic and I've got good knowledge of that topic, and obviously as a good trainer, I'd make sure I have got depth of knowledge so that I can answer questions. Not that I always have to, I can always refer, but, you know, if I do enough and I know enough, then that's good. It's not about me. Me standing up there, I'm training, I'm delivering a topic and a subject. It's not about me. But if I go to an event, to a barbecue, it's about me. When they ask me questions, how are you? What are you up to, boy? There's a difference. So, look, I'm back and I'm really pleased to be, and I'm going to take it easy. I have two settings, 0 and 100. And I'm going to try and pace it. You know, my loved ones were warning me that I was going too fast, and I know they will again. I'm not good at listening. So I will take it easy. I'm aiming on doing one video a week, uploading one video a week, and then as I get grounded and more comfortable and know my routine, then I can start adding more. But a huge thank you for all your support, because in those times when my self-critic comes in, and I know as I grow there'll be also that toxic kind of critic that comes in, and I'll have that, and I'll have to deal with that. Your support means so much, and it will help me keep going, I guess. So yeah, just sharing on my mental health and self-sabotage and what that looks like for me and how I'm moving forward, and just really to say I'm back, I'm ready, and thank you for watching my video. If you could like, perfect. If you could comment, even better. Comment anything you like, if it's a question, if it's a statement, if it's sharing your own issues with mental health or self-sabotage, that's great. If you could subscribe, it's all free, that would be wonderful, even better, and share, that would be wonderful too. But otherwise, even just for watching, I really appreciate you watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. You take care. Lots of love. Mwah.